Welcome to Meet Me at the Deli, a food advice podcast where the pickles and slaw are always free. I'm Liz.
And I'm Jeffrey. Every episode we're answering your burning food and culinary questions, and we're sharing our stories and insights from years working in the industry and living in our self-made shtetl. And do you know this experience when you are sort of known for something, you're an expert? So, for example, like you are known
for example.
So gefilte fish, right? And then someone serves a gefilte fish and tells you a very specific thing about gefilte fish, and you're expected to know. Like they expect that you know that. So I was at this restaurant, and the waiter brings this pickle plate and says, "These are pickles in the Ohio style," and leaves. And everyone turns to me.
Like the state?
Yeah, the state. Everyone turns to me, and I'm like, and we're all
and
like,
you're in California.
and we're all just like, yeah, Ohio style. And then
No idea.
5 minutes in.
And you, being a pickle expert, are the one that should be like, oh, Ohio style,
Yeah.
like that extra dash of cumin that makes it fresh from Ohio.
Yeah, so I do the nod of like, yeah. But then like 5 minutes in, I kind of turn to everyone.
No.
They bring these pickles. I'm eating them. I'm like, and these are just like, they're kind of like a standard, maybe like almost like a giardiniera. Like it's like.
And you're sure it's not like a word in another language?
I'm pretty sure, because I
Just checking in.
specifically, once I talked to the table and I said to everyone, does anyone else know Ohio style? And everyone acknowledged that they do not. And I was like, okay, we need to find out more. So we bring the waiter over.
Oh my
And I was like,
gosh.
can you speak to this Ohio style pickle? And then he's like, well, the chef, he brought it over, and I'm going to find out more details. He goes to the back, comes back, and then he's like, there's oil in the brine. It's like part oil, part vinegar brine,
Sure.
half
Okay.
and half. And so, so I've been sitting with this, and then we have a friend, chef Jeremy Umansky in Ohio, and who's a pickler, and so I wrote to him. I was like, Jeremy, do you know what this is?
Yeah,
And
that
then
was a good thing to do.
And he said, I've never heard of Ohio-style pickles. And he happened to know the chef of this restaurant, or who used to work there.
Nice.
And he spent maybe a few years or like some months in Ohio, maybe.
He's not even from Ohio.
But I described what I had eaten. This pickle that it was vinegar, a little bit of oil in it. It was kind of a medley of vegetables, of cauliflower and carrots, and it tasted kind of like a standard Mediterranean pickle, And he said, he thinks it's actually an Amish pickle, and he thinks the chef was just referencing his Ohio-ness. But it was just one of those experiences where I was like, I really like. It's just such a funny. It doesn't really exist in Ohio-style pickle, but I was led to believe like that I missed some critical pickle information.
Yeah.
And I was sort of on this hunt to find it out. So I thought you might appreciate this journey that I went on.
I do. I do appreciate that. I also love the sort of like moment of embarrassment that you had to experience, because we've all been there, where there's like an assumption that you know something and you don't know the thing. And I also appreciate that Jeremy was the perfect person to call about this, because sometimes you need to phone a friend, which is what we do here on our show.
Liz, that was a fantastic segue.
Hey. Well, Shannon, something that you shared with us in preparation for this show was that you once got kicked out of Harold's Deli.
Basically, early on when I was editor of the Nosher, I came across Harold's, right, which is like gargantuan proportions of deli food, right? Like the sandwiches are this big and they're the size of your head.
It's like the Disneyland of Jewish deli. Like they want you to have that experience.
Yeah.
Like eggs are like 13 omelets are 13
egg
egg
omelet,
omelet, right?
Meant to be shared, right?
Yes,
it really
yes,
leans into the
yes.
communal aspect
Yes.
of deli eating.
Yeah.
And there's an entire pickle bar,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? Which is like, it's really
It's famous for that.
So good. So I find out about Harold's and I was like, well, this feels like fantastic visual storytelling, and we were really leaning into like videos at the time. And
At the Nosher.
What is the Nosher? Can we explain?
Sure. So the Nosher was my first baby. It's a website dedicated entirely to telling the story of Jewish food. It was started about, I want to say 14, 15 years ago.
Oh, it really was your first baby.
It was my first baby.
Aw.
Yeah, I was pregnant with my oldest daughter when we started it.
Wow.
And it's part of the 70 Faces Media group. So it was like Facebook Prime at that time, where we were putting out a lot of videos. I was like, well, this feels like video, right? Like absolutely big sandwiches, huge matzo ball soup, pickle bar. Yes.
Totally.
So I just started making some phone calls, trying to, get on the phone with the owner, Harold, to say, I want to come and make a video about your deli. And he hung up the phone on me. So I tried again. And I don't know, I must kind of have a sweet, nice, slightly annoying Jewish lady voice. But I was like, okay, I'm going to get back on the phone with him, right? I'm going to convince him. Hangs up again on me. Okay. It's only 30 minutes away from where I'm living in Jersey City. At the time, I was like, I'm not going to get in the car. Who is going to say no to this face, right? Like, when you're 4'10" and a cute little Jewish lady, you get said yes a lot to. So I was like, they're not going to say no. I'm just going to show up. Long story short, not only did he say no, but he told the woman at the front desk that if I kept staying there, that they were going to call the police on me. And I got kicked out of Harold's.
Oh, Shannon.
And I was really worried about going back. But I did go back.
And you didn't video.
I didn't video.
They didn't recognize you.
I figured
They didn't have your photo at the front that said, do not serve.
We did look.
What Jewish delis / deli-inspired restaurants would you recommend outside of major urban centers? Any in the mid or southwest that you can recommend? We would be remiss if we didn't mention Zingerman's in Ann Arbor. Now, in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah. The Holy Grail, if we can call it a Jewish deli, the Holy Grail to me is Kenny and Ziggy's.
Some new places. I'm going to say Cleveland. I'm thinking Jeremy Omansky's Larder in Cleveland.
Thinking that too.
Larder.
And it feels like lactose intolerance is pretty standard among American Jews, at least in my experience. With the holiday of Shavuot coming up, it feels particularly cruel to be focused on dairy foods. It just doesn't make sense. Please enlighten me. Any tips besides lactate to make it through the holiday? Spend some time prepping your microbiome. Start drinking kombucha.
But also, how do you work that into the meal, right? Like that. I was like, how can you add some of those lacto-fermented foods into the menu for that time, so that it's just a natural part of it,
See, that's short term, Shannon. I'm here talking 6-week prep program. Okay, a pickle.
The second Passover, you start counting the Omer. You get on a microbiome.
Sorry.
A pickle a day.
Yeah.
Okay, and then get your stomach ready for this. Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking.
These are Sour Power Straws, pickle flavor.
Ooh.
Gummy Sour Straws, pickle flavor. They were a gift from someone else who was like, I saw these, and I just really needed you to have them. And I was like, well, obviously I'm saving them tomorrow to bring to the podcast. So
I don't know if you know, but I'm a sucker for sour gummy things. And I actually, you may not know this, because I often avoid them because my teeth always hurt so much from them. But I love these. These are really pungently pickly.
they're really pickly.
What are the yellow? Are they the same?
Wow.
So we've got green and yellow straws. What with this, crystal powder there? What is are they the same flavor, just different colors?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I feel like the smell is more pickly than the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like the apple ones.
But it smells pickly. Huh.
Yeah, I want it to be more pickly.
I'm not mad about this.
There's a dill aftertaste, which I'm getting, which I am liking.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I am liking the dill aftertaste.
Dill is really one of my favorite smells too. So.
Yeah. Well, in case you're wondering if there's any dill in the ingredients list, there's not.
I'm sure it says natural flavor.
Yeah, natural flavors. Yeah, there's also wheat in here. So anyway, these were made in the Netherlands.
These are good. I would buy these.
I think these are really good. We can eat them all. And these were just my little snacks that felt relevant to this community. Take our answers out into your life and bring us back the leftovers. Thanks.
This has been a He Media podcast.